forget when it is. Everybody wants to go. Well, we're gonna have that meeting next, there's a meeting supposed to be February with Halifax and Kingston. And by then the governor's budget will have been released, so there's a little information to work with. Public Safety Buildings Committee update, I haven't been to any meetings, I don't know, they are still working, proceeding forward with hopefully and they hope with a police station project. I'm not sure, I've heard that they may be looking at a non-prefab building now.
What's it called, public what?
Public
Safety Studies Study Committee?
I think that's what they're called.
Do you know what day it was in February?
It was the first.
The
Tri-Town.
it's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday?
They moved it.
4th,
It's,
Oh, it was moved.
yeah, Thursday, February 4th at 7:15.
So it was moved from the first.
Yes.
Thanks, I'm glad I checked.
And I guess I need to know probably if we're gonna have a quorum or not. That's my thing.
That's the one I couldn't answer you because I didn't know if I was going to
Right.
be.
Is anybody gonna go? Well, we don't, you can tell me next week, I guess.
When is it?
Thursday.
Thursday's date night.
February.
I'm going to try to be there, but I'll be coming down from Maine. It depends on when I can free myself from up there.
Okay. I can always post it, and then if we don't have a quorum, we just say no quorum.
One more time, the date is Thursday.
The 4th.
The 4th.
The 4th?
7:15.
That's next
Here
Thursday.
or in Halifax?
Halifax.
In Halifax.
At the same place?
town hall.
Okay.
Next Thursday in Halifax. And when's our next FinCom meeting?
Monday,
The 8th.
February 8th. Okay.
We'll see. I can't, I don't know, maybe. It's so hard, with working full time,
Yeah.
I don't, Eric we have dinner at 6:30 and Chris goes to bed at 8:30 and it's like, that's why Thursday nights I told the kids, I said, you're on your own Thursday nights, cause Dad and I ain't going out because otherwise we don't see each other.
No, I mean, I don't care about Thursday, the Monday one is that.
Yeah, well, I'll be here when there's meetings.
It's fine not to go to the extra meetings.
I'll be here. It's the May.
Well, actually, we should on. Okay. Okay, so getting so the public safety buildings, there's one of the questions that has come up is if they decide, if a project is brought to town meeting, it would be brought to be funded through the capital purposes fund. And in order to put the article on the warrant, I believe, you have to have a yes vote from the Board of Selectmen, the Finance Committee, and the Capital Improvement Planning Committee, which is the Finance Committee if we're posted on, but we're not tonight. But so we play a really important role in helping decide whether things are funded, capital stuff's funded, and it's, I think as I've expressed before, these are pretty complex questions that we're faced with this now. But we do have, Christine Joy, I believe, up for the Board of Selectmen, applied for and got 3 grants from the Community Compact. All of them were about financial policies, and those are the 3 projects. The state's funding them, and a contract's been signed with the Collins Center, and they've already started to work. Actually, there's a meeting with them on, I have to look. I'm sure Lisa can't go to. they would like to meet with the finance committee and the people that are working on the Department of Revenue report. That meeting is February 2nd, Tuesday, next Tuesday at 6 o'clock. So again, if people are gonna make it, I have to post it. At least everybody's gonna get there.
Yeah, I will be here.
So that, tell me again, the second, what is that? What is it?
That's to meet with the consultant from the Collins Center. They have met this week, I think, with almost every department in the town. So the three areas are financial management policy, 5-year financial forecast, and a capital improvement plan.
When's the meeting?
Tuesday, February 2nd at 6 o'clock
Here.
here. Well, one of the selectmen's rooms. Yes.
It's only Monday, so you have
How
plenty of
long
time
is
to
it
post
supposed to
that.
run?
It's a Tuesday.
No, I mean, today's only Monday, so
Right.
you have a week, you have time to post.
Is it an hour, a couple hours? Do you have any idea?
I would guess it's an hour and a half. I don't
I'm
know.
not gonna be here.
Well, good for you.
I know.
So you're not gonna,
I will
so,
not be here because I'm flying in that day, and that night actually.
I can I'd rather go to that one than the school one. I'll go to the Tuesday night one with you, well, with whoever, hopefully with somebody else.
I'm gonna
who's Good, because I need your
For sure.
expertise. I'll go
so
to the Tuesday
we
one.
don't know, we don't think we have a quorum, that's fine.
It falls into the same trip, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, okay, right,
If
right.
I don't
Likewise,
go,
yeah.
yes, if I go,
I'll
fine.
be heading up to Maine at some point that night, so.
Okay. So,
So-
So it looks like it's just gonna be 2 people.
Well, we'll just go, the two of us.
yeah, if you're around, just, that's fine. And so as part of that, we had a call, I spoke to them on Friday, because what happened is we sent out our budget request with our capital improvement request, with the form for people to submit capital improvements. They, in parallel, they distributed a packet of information which we don't have, so I don't know what it is, but part of that is that they wanted to collect information about capital requests because they're helping with a capital improvement plan and the financial forecast. And so they were calling to see if, how we could coordinate those efforts, and they didn't want to step on our toes. I said stomp on our toe, so they're gonna do it. And
Yeah,
they're-
so I got an email from.
yeah, so I asked Tara to send an
Yeah.
email today saying that nobody has to do our forms for that, they're
I
gonna
saw that.
just do the Collins Center forms.
Okay.
And they'll put together some sort of spreadsheet with just the requests and what they're for and stuff, and I said, that's good enough, because we're, under the bylaws, we have to present a report to the Board of Selectmen by March 15th. So what we give them is a list of the requests, because we don't have recommendations at that point, so we'll be able to give that to the Selectmen as our report, so it all kind of works well. I'm really excited about this work that they're doing with us, and I spoke to them about things like, financing capital purpose buildings, and there's apparently gonna be a possible request for, really large paving, or highway department wants to do a bunch of road work, and how do you prioritize that? And they said they have some sort of matrix or something they use that they would share with us, and try to fit it all into a picture of how we can or can't finance and what we can do.
We're gonna have input into this.
Yeah, well, that's what the meeting is that you're gonna be
That
missing.
they're gonna miss, yeah.
I mean, they're just making recommendations,
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, I think that having this is gonna be really helpful to us.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think it's just,
It's nice to have somebody who really knows
they know, yeah.
what they're talking about.
Do you know who, well, at some point,
It's,
know who the people are, the
Yeah, it's,
individuals?
It was Monica, you don't know them, so you don't know them. Let me see if I can find their names.
Never mind, no, we don't
No,
need
it's
to do that now.
probably here. Here's the schedule they proposed, the little, so they're sort of on schedule, the final reports are supposedly, hopefully gonna be around April or May, which puts us in terms of using any of this for town meeting, and it's kind of gonna be a little difficult, but we'll see what they come up with. Personnel is, anyway, there's 3 people that are doing, this woman named Monica is the one I spoke to on the phone, I don't know, and some guy named Tony, something or other, and somebody else. Here we go, Monica Lamboy.
Bob Rooney, Tony Teresi.
Here, I can forward this to everybody if you want. And what I will do if I ever get in a rhythm is try to forward all this stuff ahead of time so that you have it if you want it. I just have been doing this at the dire last minute and I can't.
So these are the people at the Collins Center.
Yeah, well, the call I was on, it was Monica and this guy Anthony, and then this guy Rick I think is also going to come. I think those are the ones I don't know.
And they're there to recommend
They're
coming to discuss.
To help
to that. I don't have.
develop those plans.
Yeah, to help. I'm not whatever that. I'm not clear what that meaning. There's going to be an agenda. They're going to
And
send
Rick
us.
Kingsley,
Yeah, I think so. Do you know?
he's one of the bureau chiefs that.
Oh yeah.
I know him well. He's very good.
I don't know if he's coming to the meeting or just helping doing some part of it.
And I know of Teresi.
Oh, good. I mean, I've seen, like, the Collins Center just did a report for the town I work in on, I mean, they're really well regarded. I mean, I'm really excited to get some professional guidance about how to go, how do you fund multi-million-dollar projects? We've never had to deal with that. And I'm not sure anybody has that expertise here.
Would they also help advising with grants and things like that? Where to find them? And remember we talked about that a couple of meetings ago? How to be better at finding them?
I mean, you look in the paper and you see what the Halifax
Yeah,
police chief's
exactly.
got,
I
and
know,
it's
yeah, it's
really,
done a really good job.
it's amazing
Yeah.
how many grants are in. So then, okay, we'll have to take a break in 10 minutes, but maybe we can scoot through this. We do have, I probably forgot to scan it though. We have,
Budget requests?
huh?
We have budget
We have
requests.
we have budget requests, but we have a revenue projection, but we I think I forgot to,
Who did their revenue?
Barbara. Budget request, revenue schools, and I don't think I scanned it. And I probably didn't bring it either, so that was really bad. Shoot. I don't even think I have it. So I apologize for that.
Time, do you remember?
It was up. It was up. Things were, I can't believe I didn't bring it. I'm so too organized. Well, yeah, it was, we're all good. 30? No, that's 15.
We can get you.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I know you don't think about that too. Paper, lots of, I can't believe I did that. Alright, anyway, sorry. Alright, we're gonna segue, because it's possible it's gonna come up at the, So this, I just picked up this letter yesterday. It was mailed on the 14th, but it came to the finance committee email that I don't reach on. I didn't get a check. So if you want to read it, and then basically the fire chief, you can read it.
Well, sounds
So,
like he can mostly get it fixed within his budget.
well, except I'm not, it's the, concerns me a little bit is,
Nothing's been done, period, for all those years. No maintenance.
well, in an estimate between $5,000 and $15,000.
That's a pretty wide range.
And if you only have $13,000 in your budget, you can't commit to a $15,000 repair unless you're gonna cover it, I think that, we need to understand, does that mean he's deferring another $15,000 worth of, work till next year, which it sort of sounds like, discussed and worry about fixing the other problems?
In 17,
Is it the other problems discussed with this though, or is there other, so I guess it would be good to have a little more information on this.
So we wanna ask him to come in?
Well, yeah, I think this went to us and the selectmen, and I don't know that maybe the selectmen are gonna ask today. I mean, I think when we go in there, we'll see, but I just wanted you to be aware what this is about.
He's coming today?
No, they just got this as well.
Oh, okay.
And they may have already talked about it, but I don't know if they'll ask him to come in but is he gonna look for a transfer from the reserve fund to do the other $15,000? There's lots of questions that aren't really clear how I'm certainly not questioning he needs to keep the engines running. But it's just more a question of the money. I can't even find the email from Barbara. Okay, so I'm gonna do that with them in a few minutes. And what else? So the other thing I was gonna, so we got some budget requests in the it's not the deadline yet, but just so people can sort of get a feel for what happens now. So each department sends, provides their budget. We'll put it, so let's look at the accountant one just because it's at the top. And we'll get these, it's kind of hard to read, isn't it? Let's see. So here's her request for salary, for instance. And we don't want, but, and then here's her another line, this is line 205, it's her expense line. And then so far, people have been pretty good about this additional funding form that was separate for asking for other things that they're looking for. So we'll get those, and what we'll do is we'll get the spreadsheet. This is gonna update it. We'll start inputting. We just put the request numbers in. I don't know how we're gonna do the extra stuff. What are we gonna do with that? We're gonna do 2 columns? Or?
Well, I'm kind of thinking the request should go into the line including the extras
Just put it all in.
for the first run.
Maybe we could put them in as this plus this, so when we click, we can see in
See
the
what the two
formula
numbers
what
are.
the 2 numbers are or something.
Because that's really, that's what they would like to run their department.
Right.
We're just asking them to break out the extras that they're asking for.
Okay. And anyway, ultimately we'll have enough for each department. And then we meet with each of these departments and go over these requests as
And by the way, I did speak to Debbie at the library, and theirs is probably gonna be a little bit late because trustee meetings, they have to meet with their trustees to get things approved before she can submit it. But she is working on it and will get it to us as quickly as she can.
Okay. I think that happened last year with her.
Yeah, because they only meet once a month, I think, the trustees, so she's gotta prepare it,
Okay.
present it, and then it has to be voted at the next meeting.
Okay.
Just about 6:15.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna adjourn and then reconvene, or
Yeah, we'll just continue our
just
meeting and
continue in there?
Yeah, do we want to, I was gonna just kind of go through the budget so people have a feel for it, but we could skip it. Well, we have to come back to adjourn anyway, right? Or we could adjourn there.
It's up to you, I mean, if you wanna talk more, we'll come back.
I don't want to talk about this.
Are we good then?
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you wanna come back and go over the budget the first time, or,
The just to see what the pieces are a little bit for just about 10 minutes or so? Or would you rather just,
Just adjourn from the selectmen's meeting.
It doesn't matter to me either way.
You wanna come back and go over this?
No, I mean, I've seen it before.
Yeah, I think we did go over it.
Do we not have 14's data now? Is that?
it's there, it's hidden.
Oh, it's okay,
Just to
okay,
make
yeah,
it-
that's
make
fine,
it-
yeah, good.
We can unhide it.
So if we wanna look at it, we can.
Well, when Lisa redoes it, we're gonna drop off 12.
Yep.
Yeah, and then add 16, so. So yeah, we'll put in the request, we'll put the total that they asked for, even the extra
Yeah.
stuff, and then we
Yeah, I
can
think so.
recommend.
Right.
Okay, well, we need to go down there, so we can, I'll come back here, I'll have to come back here to undo this.
Yeah,
So we're coming back in.
yeah, we'll come back and then we'll at least adjourn fairly.
I was able to pull up on my phone that email with the revenue projections and just to quickly, I will have this sent out, but sort of the bottom line is her estimate now, and this is early, is the total available for appropriation last year was $9.968 million, and this year's 10.330. So that's an increase of about $360,000, which is not a lot once those requests start rolling in. So, we have to look through it and see. There's some of these numbers may change, but that's her first go at a revenue projection.
So it was 9.9.
Last year was this actual, or I wonder if she ever updated it with actual, because actuals for last year was $9.968 million, and estimated for fiscal 17 is $10.330 million.
Okay.
And I'll have that for everybody.
So that's what's that? 3.5%?
You're good at percents. I don't know, I have to get in the calculator.
Well, if you say it's $10 million,
$10 million,
and it's going up 360, that's 3.6%.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm on camera, I gotta do something to prove my worth.
You're gonna impress them with the
I know, Jesus, don't vote for me. Not that I'm running.
All right, so with that, I will, is there anything else? The Savoy thing, I thought something came up that I can't remember, but,
So you had, basically it's 50,000 per acre. It's 5 acres.
Yeah.
It's 250. That's pretty decent actually, if it's usable.
my concern, and that's why I've asked for the engineer's plot plan, okay, this is owned by the regional school district. The regional school district is never gonna have the money to buy more land.
Mm-hmm.
What I wanna see is that they've talked about building an integrated or what do you call it, school, one of the collaborative schools, or they need a new administration building, we know that. It's to sell the land, we're done, so, I'm sure they have, let's just talk about the frontage that they've done what they can, whatever. I wanna see how much buildable land is left first, because you can't, we're gonna get $25,000 out of this, which is nothing.
Right.
In truth, over 3
Not
years.
even 20.
No, and
So, and this also doesn't show you the exact locations of
of the
the
building,
existing buildings there, and the fields and the field house and everything.
the
It
land.
really, yeah, it doesn't.
and that's what to me, I'm sure they've been very careful in their consideration, but they're looking out for the Silver Lake School's interest, and we're looking out for the town of Plympton's interest. That's our charge. And, if there's any possibility in the future that this district's gonna want to expand their fields, expand their schools, whatever, we would be losing that opportunity for $25,000. And I think you have to think long and hard before you recommend that. Kingston wants to locate the police station there because they actually, I guess they don't have much, but it's the best alternative they found. And they're sweetened the pot by saying we'll give the money back to you for the capital projects. than that, that's, you know, we get the six, whatever, the how many millions.
But wouldn't the school committee be taking that into consideration? I mean, to some extent, I would think that they are taking into consideration the fact that they may need to expand at some point and won't have enough money to buy other land. So I would think that that's coming into their reasoning at least a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely, I just said
Yeah.
that's why, but I'd like to see an engineered plan.
Yeah.
To see where there's, you know, that's all, I mean, for us to do our due diligence. So, yeah, that's it, that's all. Okay, so the next meeting is in Halifax, February 4th.
No, the second is the next one.
I'm sorry, yeah, the next one is the, with those folks from the Collins Center. At least Lisa thinks she's gonna come to that one. Nobody else knows, and they're always gonna be flopping around in the sky.
I may be flopping my phone.
And you might be flopping. All right, then the February 4th meeting in Halifax, and right now, Linda, you think you may come, you don't know.
I should be able to be here.
Okay, and Marilyn, might, or you don't know.
I might, I don't even know.
Okay, we'll just, all right. I'm gonna post that one, just to have it off.
Yeah.
Conscience, and then our next regular meeting is 2 weeks from tonight, which where we should have all the budget proposals in, and hopefully if you get this, but we can get some numbers put in and have the first look, and then we start with the department meetings after that.
What date is it?
2 weeks.
The 8th.
Our next meeting?
Yes.
Yep, the 8th. And the department head meetings, the week after that is vacation week, we don't meet, and then we start with the department head meetings on the 22nd.
So the letters have all gone out to the departments, right?
Yes, yeah, and no one's asked for a change in their meeting time, which is kind of strange.
Oh, what, it did go out with the meeting time?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We probably need to follow up and remind people.
Should we reach out to the people who are supposed to be?
We can do it at the next meeting, we can go over it.
Yeah, because if they've already submitted their stuff, then they may not need to be called, but otherwise maybe we can touch base with people if they haven't returned stuff.
We don't have the budget and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not at the deadline yet.
No, but I mean, maybe that's a good reason for the people who are just to get, like.
Get in touch,
Yeah, just to get in touch. We can talk about that next meeting.
And as far as stuff that's in our, I don't think we ever paid the dues for MASC. I don't know why, they never sent us a thing. Would we know if we're members or not? Well, they wouldn't send us
The
that.
finance,
Would they send us?
Maxis.
They probably would send it out.
That's from the Taxpayers Foundation.
Oh, yeah.
MMA, you mean? Are you talking Mass Municipal Association? No.
Association of Town, ATFC.
Oh, okay, Association of Town Finance Committees.
I'm sorry, because normally they send information to the new members and ask for the new members.
Yeah.
And I never got anything from them, so maybe
That's strange.
I'll have to. Yeah, MASC is the school committees.
Yeah.
Just showing you how.
ATFC.
ATFC, all right, so maybe I'll try to figure out, or somebody want.
MMA's rep, they're at MMA anyway.
And this is just showing us that we have spent $129 so far this year.
Maybe we should give those to all departments.
Yeah, I think it was in our,
I'm
yeah.
surprised they haven't
Yeah.
sent something out.
I did renew our subscription to the login software last night when I tried to sync the files after I scanned all that stuff and I couldn't. It's like it had expired, so I renewed that. So on my credit card, so maybe we could get a vendor warrant next time to
Perfect.
reimburse me. That'd be great.
Good.
All right, if I
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.